Namaste, my friend. How are you doing? I received your message and you are doing wonderful. That is really good. And I thought to write to you an extensive message so that you should know we are moving in a right direction. So last week, we discussed about the second verse. Second verse focuses on the contentment, but it reminds us in the first line, O deluded mind or deluded seeker, stop. What you can stop? Stop seeking, stop seeking pleasure based desire. When you see the pleasure outside by projecting, you have to stop. One can think of chasing the wells like a traveler in the desert fixated on a mirage. As they walk towards the shimmering water, they only find the sand, realizing that their pursuit of happiness was an illusion. So that is why the master says, deluded seeker, drop pleasure based desire. Fulfill all your desires, but if you have projected the pleasure, it will cause you the problem. In the second line of the second verse, he says that we should develop a right understanding in our mind, free from pleasure seeking from the world outside. Wait, we are going for a great transformation in life, and you have not to forget this second verse. Third line, he says that whatever I have to develop, we need to discover a satisfaction within, not from the things, people outside. But that satisfaction starts from the from the happiness within or from the peace within. So when we withdraw the mind within, we enter into the peace, and from that peace comes the happiness within. From the happiness within comes the satisfaction, and from the satisfaction comes the contentment. Think of it. That is what all our masters have discovered, and they lived into that state, the state of contentment. But the contentment is supported by a satisfaction within. And that satisfaction within is caused by the happiness within. And the happiness is caused within by the peace or calmness, or you can also add relaxation. What happens then? We recognize our real self of unconditional love within. And when that love is expressed outside, it becomes a compassion. So, the ascending journey that we have understood, that first thing, that I have to find the peace within. Peace is known as the Shanti. I have been repeating it again and again. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So once that Shanti comes, then it results into the happiness within. And once you have that sense of the happiness within, even when the deluded mind projects the pleasure outside, you simply drop it. Your mind drops. Your mind says, okay, young guy, young man, everything is okay. You don't get you don't get upset. You don't move into anxiety because the peace within results into happiness within. Now, both they, if you continue to live into the peace and the happiness within, it results into satisfaction. In in Eastern wisdom, we say it is tripti, feeling fulfilled with righteous living. What is righteous living? What is right and proper that I'm doing every day in my life? What is right and proper? I care. Oh, mind, sense organ. You are projecting pleasure there? No way. Let us move the mind within. Let me find the peace within. And that satisfaction results into contentment. Contentment. You abide in the self, you abide in yourself. Even you have yet to realize the real self, but the sense of contentment is there. What that contentment means, you wake up in the morning, your mind says, bad morning, you say, stop this nonsense. Mind, you're deluded, you instantly recognize. And that very recognition leads you to the sense of contentment. So it is basically a journey. Today I am focusing on now the positive aspect of it, the journey of a seeker. You are a seeker now. Seeker moves from shanti, peace, to happiness within. So I'm saying happiness within. You get a fraction of that happiness within, and that prevents your mind to seek pleasure outside. You are happy within. You go to restaurant. You like the food. You order. You eat it. But the happiness you feel it is coming from inside you. That is making you happy to eat a food that you like. One option. Second option, the deluded mind. You order the food, you taste it, and you get a pleasure. That is the pleasure outside. Do you see the difference between the two? So once you have this peace, shanti, sukha, happiness, inside, it gives you a sense of satisfaction. Normally, we are satisfied by eating the food, going to the restaurant. The mind has projected the pleasure in the food, and then your mind remembers and reminds you, I have to go back again to the same restaurant you went second time. You still get some kind of a pleasure. Now the third time your mind complains, oh, the food, you have not cooked the food the way you used to cook. It is not the case. Basically, our pleasure seeking mind now wants to escape from that. Anyhow, we are just talking today of the positive aspect. Shanti, the peace, then happiness within the sukha. From the sukha and the shanti comes the satisfaction. And once your mind repeats that satisfaction within, what happens? It results into contentment. Just think you are in the state of contentment. Will your mind desire to project the pleasure outside? You have a sense of contentment. I have a sense of contentment. I meet a lot of people. I have a lot of interactions with a lot of people. People appreciate me, people criticize me, people react to me, people also are grateful to me. So in all those cases, I say, yeah, it is the contentment within, not getting carried away by anyone who reacts or who get happy. But why I have taken this subject now? Because we have to know and understand how the delusion, foolishness, ignorance, attachment does to our life. It makes our life crazy almost every day, emotionally, mentally, physically. Shanti. First is Shanti, the peace. I explained you, do you remember? The peace is simply means uh, gathering the mind that is scattered outside in millions of directions, seeking the pleasure inside. How? Just by becoming aware. Mind, you are going to that person, you are going to that object, you are going there. No, I'm not seeking anything. Let me seek peace within. You're gathering the mind that is scattered outside in millions of directions. You gather and you look inside. That will result into relaxation, calmness, and peace. So what happens? What happens? Imagine a pond filled with debris, stirred up by the strong winds. Debris, objects, people, relationship outside. I'm excited. The water is murky. Mind is murky and the seeker cannot see clearly. So I have to withdraw the mind with it. So the moment you would withdraw the mind minute, I should recognize it. I should recognize it. So the moment you have a recognition, then you can move to the happiness within. As you gain the peace, you begin to enjoy independent of any object. And when that comes, it turns out to be a satisfaction. The seeker, as a seeker, you feel satisfied. Satisfied with what? You have an inner satisfaction within yourself. You're not satisfied with anything outside. Are you getting it? So if you are satisfied with the things outside, inside, you see the journey, you have to be very clear. It starts from the peace, then the happiness within. So I'm differentiating the pleasure outside. I'm very happy eating the pasta today. So it's a simple pleasure. I made a statement, but my mind has projected the pleasure in the pasta, whereas the pasta does not contain that happiness. The happiness is within me. So easy to recognize the happiness within instead of projecting the mind to any object, any person outside. Now you have reached to that level of a seeker you should recognize in your daily life. So the moment you recognize, oh, that happiness, and you stay there for a while, you experience the sense of satisfaction. And that satisfaction, if you extend that that satisfaction, it results into a profound contentment in your life, and that contentment comes from the real self. I will discuss in detail about this each and every step. The way I discussed about the attachment, delusion, foolishness, ignorance, suffering. So the same way I will make you aware and understand clearly that how you should experience that peace, happiness, satisfaction, and the contentment. And once you experience that contentment, you will find the life takes a journey upward. First time you will recognize, first time you will recognize and experience this is what our masters have been telling us. So basically, it is an ascending journey. We make a foundation of the peace, and because the mind is already gathered within, because it gathers within, it experiences sense of happiness within. We ascend further, we get a sense of satisfaction within, and from there we get the sense of contentment. So the masters are talking of this type of a contentment. Have you seen? You have $10 million in your account. With reference to the wealth, is there any state of contentment or satisfaction or happiness within or the peace? We are talking totally of a different nature of happiness within. I gave you just remember. Remember, if you remember in Sanskrit word, first is Shanti, S, Sukha. Sukha is the word used for happiness, and then Trupti used the word used for satisfaction, and Santosh used we use the word Santosh for contentment. So SSTS, SSTS. The moment you remember the liberate principle, that liberate principle we have talked about R, relax, peace. So when you contemplate and reflect logically and rationally, your mind instantly goes to the peace. So from that peace, we move to happiness within. From happiness within, we get to the state of satisfaction. From the satisfaction, we get the state of contentment. Finest thing in the Eastern wisdom is that they all are within me. So let us see, let us consciously practice today and let us find out. So I have explained you, or simple way. The mind that is scattered outside, it starts moving within first. So it starts moving within. It has 4 stations in the journey. So as you move within, the first station is the peace. As you continue to move within, second station is the happiness. Continue to move within. Third station is satisfaction. And the fourth station is contentment. I believe you are clear. So let us see what happens with that. So sit down and close your eyes. We are doing it consciously. Consciously means you know what you are doing it. When you know consciously what you are doing it, you can even practice with eyes open or eyes closed, whatever the way you feel like doing it. So eyes are closed. We're not doing any form of active practices, breathing or the mantra. We will just understand that the train has started from outside and it picks up all the 4 stations on the journey. So, should we get ready? Eyes are gently closed. Find out the place where You are undertaking this journey. Find out, become aware, and feel the position of the body and position of the body, then posture. You can sit in any posture. You can sit in on the couch, on the chair, on the floor. I'm not giving any condition to it. But be very clear. We are not doing anything physically. We are just shifting our mind from outside to inside on an inner journey of peace to happiness, to satisfaction, to contentment. So, another preparatory step is being comfortable. Comfortable means changing the direction of the mind. Changing the direction of the mind means what we are gathering, that is what I told you. Gathering the mind scattered in millions of directions outside. Millions of directions outside. That is where that is what we discussed. So changing the direction, if the mind does not pick up anything physical in the very beginning, then the mind continues to be distracted. So we are simply using the tool to help the mind to start looking within or gathering within. And it is so simple, it is not even a practice. So eyes are closed, you have a place, position, and posture, and then you look and feel the neck joint. What we are using the joints as a tool. When you return to your home from your work, you stand before the main door of your house. You have left the world outside, is it not? So when you are looking at the neck joint, you left the scattered mind outside. Then you look at the root of the neck joint. Why I say that? Your mind likes to go inside, and the moment you feel the sense of the space, you are done. Don't worry about anything. Oh, and there you experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. That sensation, comfort, and steadiness gives you kind of relaxation, gives you relaxation and calmness. I know this practice is for the higher seeker, and you are a higher seeker. Let us use with the second any other joint to see if the mind moves in the same way. Look at the shoulder joints. Means the mind is looking at the shoulder joint. You feel the sensation. You look at the root of the shoulder joints. The mind naturally starts looking inside into the space or emptiness or blankness. That is good. Don't react. Be there and experience the sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Sensation, comfort, and steadiness. In that state, recognize a sense of calmness. Is, is it possible that my mind is still uh, distracted? Yes, it is possible on a given day. But if it is distracted, we check another joint, look at the hip joint, feel it. Feeling means you have changed the direction of the mind, the scattered mind to gathered mind. Then you look inside the root of the hip joint, means as if the mind becomes aware inside. You experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Sensation is there, comfort. And in that sensation, comfort, and steadiness, you find a sense of relaxation and calmness. The first station, we want to reach to the first station. The first station is Shanti. Shanti means peace. Shanti, you are absorbed into the space. So Shanti means you are absorbed into the space. Feel the entire body from the top of the head. Again, we are using the shape of the body as a tool, as a means to shift our scattered mind to a gathered mind. So you feel the sensation, comfort, and steadiness in the body, and you find as if the mind has started moving, as the mind has started moving into the space inside. It is moving, or you can say absorbed. That is what the Shanti is. That is what. So we will take the Shanti to little bit at a little deeper level. So now you see that the mind outside, you have millions of directions by default. And now you are aware only of one direction that is within, moving within, instead of moving outside. So now, still we may have a lot of thoughts. It is okay. It is okay. Still we may have lot of thoughts, but now these thoughts are not disturbing you. They are there, they come and go. They come and they go. Just watch. They come and go. Oh, they come and go. What it means, they are separate. They are separate from that space inside you that you just discovered. It is like, I told you, it is like the sky and the birds flying in the sky, nothing happens to the sky. Same way, metaphorically, nothing happens to the highways. Nothing happens to highways. The traffic continues to move. Metaphorically, continues to move. So you just recognize that. You are sitting in a train of awareness. What I said? You are sitting in a train of awareness and attention. You have changed the direction of the mind. So the mind is recognizing the space within. Very good. The space within is constant. It is not changing. What is changing? Changing is the thought. What is changing? What is changing? The thoughts, feeling, and emotions. Thoughts and feelings. So the space remains intact. Can you recognize it? It is easy to recognize at this stage. At this stage. So you are moving deeper into the state of peace. Moving deeper into the state or experience of Shanti, or it is the first platform, first station, first station. First station is Shanti. Now we already know the second station is Sukha. Sukha means peace. Sukha is experienced as good space. What is good space? Good space within, free and independent of any thought, feeling, and emotion. Every thought is related to the world outside, related to the world outside. So what we do the moment any thought comes, any thought enters, we say, okay, not mine, not my or mine. You just casually, you are treating every thought casually in the presence of a good space. That good space means good space is like the sky. Sky that is does not, it is not affected, is not affected by the millions of birds, millions of thoughts. How to achieve that? Oh, so simple. We are not doing anything, but we are doing something in order to experience. So how to achieve that? Look at the head and the neck. I told you before, Buddha also used the sensation. So we are using the same tool. So you are looking at the head and the neck. You are moving the mind on the skin of head and the neck. When you move the mind on the skin of the head and the neck, You experience sensation, stillness, and then relaxation. Sensation, stillness, and relaxation. In that state, in that state of experience of sensation, relaxation, stillness, you simply look within. Simply look within. You will find a good space. What is that good space? It is sukha. What is sukha? Is happiness. Comes after shanti. Comes after shanti. Now see, because this is a journey you are taking consciously without any active step. Why active? You are not taking any active step like breathing or chanting the mantra, because the moment you start chanting the mantra, mind will take a different direction. Mind says, I'm doing it. So, so maintain your awareness that we are not doing anything. It is a non practice. So again, mentally, you look or feel the right arm, or if I say you move the mind on the skin of the right arm, skin of the right arm, yes. Then feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. In that stillness, just move the mind inside the right arm and just be there. You will find a good space. Good space is happiness that comes after shanti. We have to recognize again and again. We have to recognize again and again the good space within, where the mind is already gathered within. How come? Because of the peace, because of the shanti. And in that shanti, we find a good space. What happens? We find a good space in shanti, and that is the happiness within. It is different from the pleasure, different from the pleasure we habitually think we get from the world of people, of relations, of things, etc. I believe you are getting into it. Move the mind on the left arm, or if I say moving the mind, it means that your awareness means that you feel the entire skin of the left arm, and you experience the sensation, relaxation, and stillness, and just shift only a bit. You look inside the skin of the left arm. Why I make a statement that the mind should feel it has changed the direction. It is looking within. and it looks at the good space or simply the blankness. From the peace, you are in the moment of happiness. In that happiness, sometimes we experience the tingling, freezing. Oh, they both are good. No worries. Move the mind on the middle portion of the body from the shoulder down to the waist, from the front and the back. Move the mind on the skin of the middle portion of the body. Experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. You may feel tingling or numbness, freezing, but our journey is to pick up the second station of sukha, the happiness within. So you move inside the skin and you become aware of the space. It is a good space within. And that good space, that good space, in that good space, you may find the joy. In that good space, you find the joy. Let us experience the joy within. In that experience of good space, the mind goes to the right leg. So your mind is knowing and aware and feeling the skin of the entire right leg from the right side of the waist to the toes and experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. In that stillness, you experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. What I'm saying that at any part of the right leg, you are aware. Say, for example, the knee, and then your mind is aware of the skin within. You will discover the space within the good space. Stay there in that good space, you will find the joy within. Moving the mind on the left leg, moving the mind on the skin of the left leg, experiencing sensation, relaxation, and stillness. In that stillness, your mind slips deeper inside. It has only to move in one direction, not in millions of directions outside. You have already, the thoughts are coming and going. They are your neighbors, they are not you. And the moment you look inside the good space, you find, you find the joy within. The entire body from the from the top of the head to the toes. Move the mind on the skin of the right leg from the top of the head to the toes and experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness, and then look inside the body, look inside the body, the good space, and the joy within. Check. The mind now does not want to go outside. Yes, that is a great practice. No, what to do, the thoughts are, they will continue to come. The thoughts are coming and going. Thoughts are coming and going. Can you tell me, is the space disturbed? Is the space gets disturbed by the millions of the birds flying? No. Flying in the sky? No, not at all. So why you feel, when we think that we get disturbed because of the thoughts, you will. So don't think even. The continuity of experience, continuity of experience of Shanti means peace, and Sukha leads us to satisfaction. You are eating the food that you like, food you like, first bite, second bite. I'm just giving a very crude example. First bite, second bite, third bite, and the stomach is full. Full means satisfaction. Did you get it? It's a very crude example, but just to make you understand. So it means fullness of stomach. Here, the fullness of the space and the mind keeps going within, results into results into satisfaction, results into satisfaction. What we have to do here for satisfaction, we have not been doing anything. It is just a shifting of awareness from mind that is gathered first. You change the direction. You have started looking within. Peace is the result. Then we find the good space within, and the sukha, the happiness is within. That happiness is within. So now in that state, in that state, look inside, so called the body. Again, we are using the body. Find everything is space within. Everything is the space within, as if the mind is moving deeper into the space. We have to we have to find the third station. And third station is satisfaction. So the more you are moving deeper into the space, very good, and the mind naturally likes to move into the space. Oh, you are already in the state of satisfaction, fullness. You find the mind has fullness of the space, not impacted by any thought or feeling. They are there. They are there. Second thing that you find, these thoughts appear too far from you. Too far from you, as sometimes we hear the sound is coming from too far a place. Too far a place. It is totally abstract. I'm just trying to make it applicable, practical to help you experience. So we repeat what we do repeat. Oh, just shift your awareness inside the body, find the space within, then dive deep into the space. Check, mind is moving deeper into the space, and if natural movement of the mind is there, that moves into the space, that is moving deeper and deeper, that is what we can say satisfied, fullness. I gave an example, the fullness of the stomach, because the mind recognizes the space, and the space alone. That is what we say, trupti, the satisfaction. Oh, that is what you are talking about? Yes. Everything is within you. From Shanti to Sukha to Tripti to Santosh means contentment. It is contentment is a state. Contentment is a state of mind. It is a state experienced in the mind. It is a state experienced by the mind. It is deeper than that. It is deeper than the mental state. I'm not talking about the contentment outside by the money, by the sex, by other means, by the food. I'm talking about contentment within. It comes to the mind in the state of shanti, sukha, and tripti. Check. flow of the breath, no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath, and at the same time, check behind the flow of the breath. Mind is settled, enjoying that state of shanti, sukha, and trapti. And in a flash, you find you are absorbed into deeper and deeper. Mind doesn't disturb you at all. It is a contentment. We are learning, it is metaphorically, I'm trying to put the things in a simple way. Why? Because then only we can progress. It is much more than that. But at least we start experiencing a different state. Mind doesn't disturb you at all. You may find a sense of bodilessness, or complete freezing of the body. That too is good. So understand it again so that you know that I'm conveying the masses correctly. What I said, contentment is a state experienced by the mind coming from the deeper layers. Or you can say it is coming from the real self. It is coming from the real self. Why and how? Because that state of peace, happiness within, and satisfaction results from deep within. It is independent. It is not coming from anything outside. So now you experience the mind is settled. You may feel occasional sense of bodilessness, but don't forget to keep your awareness on the flow of the breath. Why? We keep awareness on the flow of the breath. Why? Not to fall into sleep. Not to fall into sleep, because if you fall into sleep, how you can experience? No doubt, after we wake up, we experience that sleep is good, but it is unconscious. Okay, small things, subtle things in the journey. Now, when I chant the mantra, experience that shanti, that sukha, that tripti, and that contentment. Mm. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take your time slowly, gently open your eyes and stay there in the same state for as long as your mind wants to live into this state. You will discover that your mind is not interested in moving and it doesn't remember almost anything. If that state is there, you have that sense of contentment in you. We will meet again. Thank you very much.